What does the United Nations expression of concern on the ongoing Israeli operations in the West Bank indicate, and what international response is to be expected?
In my opinion, the United Nations expressing concern towards what's happening in the West Bank comes in the context of the responsibilities borne by the organization, especially that the Palestinian people is being exposed to genocide or ethnic cleansing ongoing in the West Bank, especially that we have seen after the final visit paid by Netanyahu and the Minister of Defense Katz to Tulkarm camp, and the persistent to end the Palestinian camp, resulting in displacing more than 40 to 60,000 Palestinians from these camps, which means that it became very serious and dangerous. The same scene we are seeing over again. What happened in the Gaza Strip is happening again in the West Bank, which actually requires a real stance and position from the international community in the context of committing and obliging Israel to bear responsibility and be held accountable for the crimes committed against the Palestinian people. We are well aware that Palestine keeps committing different crimes, violating international law, crimes against war crimes and crimes against the humanity, which is evident to everyone. And therefore, I think that the Israeli violation of international law and international agreements, there must be a real stance and real moves by the international community regarding this case, which is targeting the Palestinian people.
Yes, sir. Speaking of this case, from what we're witnessing in terms of large-scale operations in the West Bank, how do the recent military operations in the northern West Bank specifically compare to previous escalations in the region, and what are the long-term humanitarian implications for Palestinian civilians?
In my opinion, I think this escalation is different compared to what happened before, especially that Israel is threatening a wide range military operation. This is on one side. On another side, the operations targets Palestinian refugee camps, which is a systematic attacks on all Palestinian camps, including Jenin, Tulkarm, and others. As Netanyahu reported and commanded the occupation troops to talk to the head of municipalities in Jenin and Tulkarm and Nablus to evacuate the camps. In the context of the war launched by Israel on refugee camps, as an attempt to kill the cause and end it completely. There are a lot of humanitarian implications resulting from these operations regarding the state of living of those populations, demolishing homes and displacing the residents without any safe havens or safe shelters to go to. This means that this will be actually very life-threatening to the displaced populations. I think that things will get worse from now on, which requires fast steps on the international and regional levels to stop the crimes committed in the West Bank.
Now, sir, shedding light on the United States in this context, in your view, the silence of the United States regarding the escalating violence in the West Bank, does it indicate U.S. support for Israeli actions or an inability to pressure Israel to stop its violations?
I don't think that the United States is unable to pressure Israel or to oblige it to stop the hostilities and aggressions, and we have listened to Trump applying pressure to pass forward and move forward with the ceasefire agreement. But apparently Netanyahu is highly encouraged by Trump. When Trump talked the day before yesterday that he is supporting Israel in any steps to be taken in the West Bank, which indicates that the United States is always supporting Israel violate human rights and international law. And these developments and escalations in the West Bank, if the United States wants to practice a real pressure to cease all the hostilities in the West Bank, they are more than capable, but there is a silence from the United States watching these crimes being committed by Israel.